Once, dragons and men coexisted. They shared a peace forged in wisdom. A peace that lasted many generations. All that was lost when mankind disrupted this balance in a sudden onslaught. Man fought dragon in a savage war that shook the foundations of their world. This war was called the Scoring. Defeated and humbled, dragons vanished from the realm. In time, man rebuilt and spread his dominion across the land and onto the islands above, beyond. A millennium has passed since those dark days ended. Fire Emblem. Hello everyone, I'm Hunter the Swordsman, and I'm welcoming you to our next Let's Play, coexisting with Birth by Sleep. This is Fire Emblem 7, The Blazing Sword. I've been thinking about doing this one also for a long time, or at least for a while now. I really enjoy the Fire Emblem series, and with the announcement of both Fire Emblem Heroes that is now currently out, and with Fire Emblem Echoes right around the corner, I couldn't help but I really needed to play a Fire Emblem game for the channel. I really did. And so it was really a toss-up between this or Shadow Dragon, because I wanted a good finite starting point with something that's simple than most of them, or simpler than most of them, and also anybody could probably get into and understand at least a little bit. So I decided to go with FE7. My biggest problem with this was the tutorial. If anyone's ever played FE7, and we'll get into it later on, there is a long tutorial that I didn't know how to skip. So I'm going to be doing the LP a little bit differently this time around. So if we get into it here, we start a new game. We have 3 characters to choose from. We have 3 lords in this game, ironically. We have Lyn, Hector, and Eliwood. Now typically you'd start with Lyn on normal mode, going into Eliwood, and that's how you play the whole game. You then unlock Hector's own story later on. Thing is, if you play Lyn's normal mode, you have to sit through the tutorial again. So I'll probably be playing Lyn's mode on hard, and then switching to normal when we get to Eliwood, or I might just continue on hard. I'm not sure what I'll do yet, but as for right now, I'm probably going to do hard for Lyn, normal for Eliwood, and then maybe, if I ever want to come back, we'll do normal Hector. Heck, I might even just throw it in there, just because there will be some chapters that Hector differs then from Eliwood, so we can just do the whole thing. But either way, we're starting with our first lord, Lyn. Oh, and this. So, if you start with Lyn's story, or at the beginning of each of the stories, you get to make what is called the Tactician. And what you guys are thinking is like, oh no, we're gonna have another Robin. No, because that didn't happen until FE12, I believe. So with this, if I can spell my name right, is you get to make your own Tactician. You can be a male or female, it doesn't really matter. Your name doesn't really matter, but what does matter is your birth month. Each of the 12 months have a different element assigned to them. In the Japanese version, there was a 13th mode called Blood, I believe. This has something to do with supports and can also lead into many different gains in certain stats, and then it also leads to, if you have a Tactician, there will be some stuff we can get later on. But for right now, we'll just put in my birth month, which is January, and my name, and I really won't bother with it too much, because I don't really know a lot about it, even though I read wiki pages all the time. So either way, let's just get started. Yes. Prologue, A Girl from the Plains. Are you awake? I found you unconscious on the plains. I am Lyn of the Lorca tribe. You're safe now. Who are you? Can you remember your name? Your name is Hunter. What an odd-sounding name. But maybe no mind. It's a good name. I see by your attire that you are a traveler. What brings you to the Sakai Plains? Would you share your story with me? What's that noise? I'll go see what's happening, Hunter. Wait here for me. Uh-oh. Oh no, bandits! They must have come down from the burned mountains. They must be planning on raiding the local villages. I have to stop them. If that's all of them. I think I can handle them on my own. You'll be safe in here, Hunter. What? You want to help? Well, can you use a weapon? Ah, I see. You're a strategist by trade. An odd profession, but... Very well, we'll go together. Over here. If you want to help, Hunter, I could use your advice. I'll protect you, so stay close to me. And so this is where the tutorial would start with this prologue. It would tell you exactly what you need to do and in what order you should do it. And this will happen for at least all 10 chapters of Lynn's story. Since we're playing on hard, we don't get that, which is great. And I will start by fixing with the options, so... There we go. That looks better. So I'll do it as close to the tutorial as it usually tells you. Let's close in and attack. Sorry, I can't speak today. So this is Lynn. She is our first beginning lord. She starts with 2 vulneraries and iron sword. D rank and sword. She's pretty good as far as anything should go. I mean, I'd hope the first lord they give you is any good. Her stats are overall pretty, I mean, average and pretty good. She's got a really high HP growth, pretty average skill and speed, which is fantastic, like 60. Her strength stat is a little bit on the low side, but that I don't think is a problem with considering that she can double pretty much most of the enemies in like these first 10 chapters. And as you can see, this is basically how the entire game is going to go. We move up to an enemy, we close into the enemy, we attack with whatever weapon we have equipped, and then we just pray to God that we don't get hit by unnecessary crit damage. If you look, we have hit, damage, and crit on both sides. The blue should always be us, and the red is always our enemy, because the enemies are always red and the allies are always blue. It will tell you how much damage you can do to an enemy, and your chance of critting, and how much chance you have of hitting them. Because there is an accuracy system. Just go ahead and use a vulnerary that heals, I think, 10 HP upon use. I'll check real quick, just because I don't like to be wrong. It doesn't tell me. I'm gonna say it's 10. I think it's 10. Anyway, so this guy is gonna be a little bit more tricky.
Who do you think you are? You think you stand up to Bada the Beast?
Yeah, he's a pretty tough dude. Luckily, he can't hit the big side of a barn, so like, whatever. Honestly, the first couple of chapters are very, very slow. Especially if you were playing on normal mode. But honestly, I'm going to try and make them as entertaining as I can, so... What would be entertaining is if Lynn hit that 1% crit chance, I'm just saying. That would be hilarious. But no, it's not going to happen.
What? How did you...
So really, nothing too difficult, just you do it the way the tutorial tells you. And we get our first level. Fantastic. It's a good level. And then this is a routing map, or not routing map, this is a seizing map, so you go to the area that you need to go to, which is normally a castle, and you seize with your lord. Good work, Hunter. Let's go home. Good morning, Hunter. Are you awake yet? That fight yesterday must have taken a lot out of you. Say, Hunter, I want to talk to you about something. You have some experience in the ways of war, I can see. Would you allow me to travel with you? What? You want me to get permission from my parents? My mother and my father died 6 months ago. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to be an insensitive prick, but, my people, the Lorca, they don't... I'm the last of my tribe. Oh. Bandits attacked and they killed so many people. The tribe was scattered. My father was our chieftain. and I wanted to protect our people. But I'm so young, and our people were old-fashioned. They wouldn't follow a woman. No one would follow me. I'm sorry, I've been alone for so long. No more. I'll shed no more tears. Thank you. I'm better now. Hunter, I must become stronger, so that I may avenge my father's death. Yesterday's battle taught me something. I won't become stronger by sitting here alone. Hunter, tell me that you'll train me and that you'll let me travel with you. Yeah, I guess we might as well. You will? That's wonderful. Thank you. Oh, thank you. We're better off working together. I know it. You'll be my master strategist, and I'll be your peerless warrior. We can do it, right? I believe we can. With that, we end the prologue. Pretty simple. The apprentice tactician Hunter and the young sword fighter Lyn. A strange pair on an even stranger journey. To prepare for the long road ahead, they go to Bulgar, the commercial center of Sakai. Unbeknownst to Lyn, she will discover something that will alter her life forever. With that, we begin Chapter 1, Footsteps of Fate. Hunter, over here. This is Bulgar, the biggest city in all of Sakai. We should purchase supplies for our journey. Oh my heart, what a dazzling vision of loveliness. Wait, oh beauteous one. Would you not favor me with your name, or better yet, your company? Where are you from, Sir Knight, that you speak so freely to a stranger? Ha! I thought you'd never ask. I'm from Lycia. I hail from the Kalen Canton, home to men of passion and fire. Should that be home to callow oafs with loose tongues? Ooh, you're even lovely when you're cruel. Let's go, Hunter. I've nothing more to say. Wait, please! Sane, hold your tongue. Ah, Kent, my boon companion. Why so severe an expression? If your manner were more serious, I wouldn't have to be so severe. We still have a mission to complete, Sane. I know that, but how can I remain silent in the presence of such beauty? It would be discourteous. What do you know of courtesy? Excuse me, you're blocking the road. If you would be so kind as to move your horses. Of course, my apologies. Thank you. You, at least, seem honorable enough. Pardon me, but I feel we've met before. I beg your pardon. Hey, no fair, Kent. I saw her first. It seems there are no decent men among Lycia's knights. Let's go, Hunter. I've run out of patience. Wait, please. It's not like that. Sane, you lout. Huh? Not like that. I thought you were... I am not you. Come, we must follow her. I suspect she might be... Be what? She's our mission. You're joking. Wait! Colorful cast they are. Run! We're being pursued. Could it be those knights from town? No, it's not them. These men are out for blood.
Aren't you the pretty one? Your name's Lyndis, is it not?
What did you call me? Who are you?
Such a waste. An absolute waste. The things I'll do for gold. Ah, well, time to die, darling. Come on out, boys.
Oh boy. Oh no, there are more than I can handle. But I'll not give up. Hey, there she is.
Huh?
What? Whew, finally caught up. Hold, you there. What is your business? Such numbers against a girl? Cowards, every one of you. You're from...
We can discuss that later. It appears these ruffians mean to do you harm. If it is a fight they want, let them look to me.
Stand back. I'll take care of this. No, this is my fight. Stay out of my way. Well, I can't just stand here and do nothing.
I have a solution. You there, command us. I am Kent, a knight of Lycia. My companion is Sane. We will follow your orders in this battle. Is this acceptable, my lady?
Yes, it is. Hunter and I will lead. Let's go. And with that, we could get our first couple of party members, Kent and Sane, Knights of Lycia. Kent, I believe, is our speed cav for this game. no, I'm wrong. Wait, no, I'm right. I'm sorry, I can't read. So, Ken's our speed cav. He's got pretty good health. His strength is definitely lower than Sane's, but he has, well, at least slightly higher speed. Insane, he has slightly lower health growth, but definitely higher strength growth. Skills are the same. Speed's a little bit slower than Kent's, and so is his luck. And with that, I mean, they're both pretty good in their own right, so don't let their stats like determine which one's better than the other, because they're both just great units along with Lyn. So let's move in here. Thing I forgot to mention, the weapon triangle. This isn't the start of the weapon triangle, but there are 3 main weapons: axes, swords, and lances. As you can see here, an axe will do better than a lance as part of the triangle. It goes, swords are better than axes, axes are better than lances, lances are better than swords. So if we were to move Lyndis in here, she would definitely do more damage, and take less damage at that. Same with Kent, I believe. If we use his sword, because he has a sword and a lance. As you can see here. Let's just move in and get some hits in. Probably do Kent first, honestly. Got ya. And of course he's gonna miss with the 46, but I feel like my luck's not gonna be that easy for this whole game. Insane should be able to kill, unless he misses. And so it begins. I'll just leave them be and just move Lyn over here. Of course he's gonna go after Saiyan. Okay, Saiyan, this is actually getting out of hand, I swear. Trust me, this happened before. I was doing a test playthrough and this happened. I'll risk it. There we go. Oh, I thought that was kill. Now I'm actually upset. There we go. Thank you, Kent. Man, this is gonna be a rough playthrough, I just know it. Because I'm gonna make some stupid mistake and it's gonna end up costing me things, but... And I will be resetting occasionally depending on who the unit is, I guess. I'm usually the type of person that resets depending on who it is. I'll be right back. So as we were doing, before we were like rudely just Sane just blew it. I mean, I don't understand what happened, honestly. Sane like just completely has been giving me bad luck when it comes to doing this stuff. It happened before in the test playthrough and it'll happen again, but that time he actually does his work. That was mildly upsetting, but we'll get over it. Bad RNG and such as Fire Emblem. Start moving forward a little bit. I'll probably give this kill to Kent, if anything. Unless she crits. And then, whatever. But I rarely... Honestly, Lyn rarely crits. Even with stuff we'll get later, but I digress. Give the skill to Kent. I usually get everyone at least a level per map, although that's not true, but at least the beginning maps when you don't have a lot of people, everybody is at least around the same level for me. Alright, Sane. You have the advantage. There you go. The tutorial will bring up these foresty areas, or these forests. The thing about forests is when you step in them, you get more hit evasion, as you can see right there, and I guess a little bit more defense, but at the risk of it's a little bit harder to move, which is just a thing that has been in the Fire Emblem game since the very beginning, but I'm not too sure on that, so whatever. But like I said earlier in the prologue map, the first couple of chapters are kind of slow and a little bit boring, but I'm trying my best, honestly. I'm trying my best to make everything at least a little bit like more watchable. This is the problem with Fire Emblem games. They're kind of like slow and meticulous, and on the commentator side, it's just kind of hard to talk over. I'm sure I could look up some various trivia on the game itself, which is pretty good. And maybe I can bring in some guests if I get more used to this, considering this is still one of my very first LPs, so like, well, this is probably number 4 technically, I guess. But aside from that, we can talk about the game for a minute, as Lyn just completely demolishes this man. So if you don't know, Fire Emblem GBA, this is Fire Emblem 7, but technically this is the first Fire Emblem that ever came out in America. This is about, well, as we talked about earlier, Lyn, Eliwood, and Hector. And the thing about them is, especially Hector, especially about Hector and Eliwood, is that they are from FE6. FE6 is a prequel to this game. Or, FE7 is the prequel to FE6. Accursed knights always tamper in others' affairs. And Sane misses. Great. Sane's making me really pissed off right now. So if you, FE6 is the Fire Emblem Sword Seals, which is about Roy. Roy's our boy and all that. The one who was in Melee at the time. Which is honestly strange, and I think everyone's always confused about this one. Why they gave us FE7 and not, you know, Binding Blade, or made a game with Marth in it, you know? But, I mean, that's just a small nitpick. I mean, it still blew up, still got popular, and it's still popular to this day, so, I mean, nothing we can really complain about, but it's just strange timing, I guess. It's like, man, this isn't the Marth, this is a lady. Blast. That was only supposed to be a lone girl. Ugh. Oh, that was Zugu. I don't go over the bosses for some reason, and that was just because I'm lacking. But hey, Lyn got a level up. Not bad. I guess that's the end of Chapter 1 then. That's the last of them. Fantastic work, Hunter. Oh, that's nice. And now for these Knights of Lycia. You were going to share your story with me? Yes. We have ventured from Caelin in Lycia in search of someone. Lycia? That's the country beyond the mountains in the southwest, isn't it? Correct. We've come as messengers to the Lady Madeline, who eloped with a nomad some 19 years ago. Madeline? Our lord the Marquis of Caelin's only daughter. He was heartbroken. His own daughter would abandon him so. Eventually the Marquis simply declared that he had no daughter. And then this year, we received a letter from Lady Madeline. It said that she, her husband, and their daughter will live happily on the Sakai Plains. The Marquis was ecstatic to learn that he had a granddaughter of 18 years. I remember the smile on his face when he announced that he suddenly become a grandfather. The granddaughter's name is Lyndis. This was also the name of the Marquis's wife, who passed away at an early age. Lyndis. That she should bear this name thawed with the Marquis's heart. Now his only wish is to meet his daughter's family at least once. This is why we're here. We didn't know that Lady Madeline died a few days after sending her a letter. We only learned this shortly after we arrived here in Bulgar. But we also learned all was not lost. Her daughter yet lives. We heard that she was living alone on the plains. I knew it immediately. You were the Lady Lyndis. Why would you think that? Your resemblance to your departed mother is remarkable. What? Did you know my mother? I'm sorry to say I never met her directly, but I saw her portraits in Castle Caelin. To the rest of my tribe, I was always Lyn. When I was with my parents, and it was just the three of us, I was Lyndis. It's all so strange. I was all alone in the world, and now I have a grandfather. Lyndis. I never thought I would hear that name again. Wait, that bandit, he called me Lyndis too. What? How could he have... He was a henchman of Lord Ludgren, wasn't he? Ludgren? Who's that? He is the Marquis's younger brother. Everyone assumed the Lady Madeline was gone forever. This made Lord Ludgren heir to the Marquis's title. To be blunt, milady, your existence is an obstacle to your granduncle's ambitions. But I have no interest in inheriting any title. Unfortunately, your granduncle is not the sort of man to believe that. I believe the attempts on your life will persist. What should I do? Accompany us to Kalen. Continuing on this way is dangerous. I feel I have little choice. I will go with you. Hunter, I'm sorry. This changes everything. What will you do, Hunter? You want me to decide? Of course your companionship would do much to ease my journey, but it's going to be so dangerous. You'll come? Are you sure? Thank you. Of course we'll come. We got a game to play. Let me ask once again for your friendship and your aid. And with that, we have a nice bunch of characters and a quest to go on. So next time on Let's Play Fire Emblem 7... Oh, I'm sorry, I thought my recording was stopped. So next time on Let's Play Fire Emblem 7, we'll be heading on to Chapter 2. See you guys then.